Hey everyone, Emily here and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm back with another cottage cheese recipe, and if you are familiar with my channel, you know I do quite a few cottage cheese recipes. I love them. I think they always come out really good and they're always so easy, and this one looks super easy as well. I saw this one on TikTok. It is a recipe for an elote dip. I saw this while I was scrolling through, and I've seen a few different variations. The one that we're gonna try today is from an account called Rachaells Recipes, and it looks really good. And I am so excited to give this one a try. So let's see how it comes out. So if you're not familiar with elote, it is a Mexican street corn. The corn is usually grilled or charred a little bit, and then it's coated with mayonnaise and cheese and some seasonings. It's really good. And to turn it into a dip, sounds like it's going to be really amazing. Of course, the base for this is going to be cottage cheese, and we're gonna blend this up so that it's nice and smooth. Now, she did this inside the container. I'm gonna see if I can do this without getting super messy. I have a bowl out just in case. I am going to use my immersion blender. If you don't have one of these, you can just use a regular blender and then pour it into a bowl afterward. You can see the cottage cheese is already starting to become much creamier. I am using fat-free. You can use whatever you want. All right, this is looking nice and smooth, and this will be a great base for our dip. Super high protein as well. That's one of the things I love about cottage cheese recipes per serving, and there's 4 per container in here. I'm using a low-fat cottage cheese. There's 14 grams of protein. That's pretty much the hardest part. We have a few more things to add in here, and we're gonna be done. The next thing we're going to add in is some corn. Now, you can go ahead and cook this on the cob, and it wouldn't be hard to do that at all, but I was at Trader Joe's. I found some roasted frozen corn, so that's just gonna save me a little bit of time. We're gonna use about a ½ cup or so, really just the equivalent of about an ear of corn. So this is not meant to be a hot dip, so I'm just going to microwave my corn long enough to thaw things out, drain off any excess water, and we're gonna add that right into our dip. My corn is all thawed out, and I can already tell there's not gonna be enough room in this cottage cheese container to mix everything together. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this into a bowl so I don't have to worry about making a huge mess as I mix together this dip. And then I'm going to add in my corn. Probably a little bit more than a ½ cup, but we're just kind of eyeballing it. To that, I'm going to add in the juice of 1 lime. So I'm just gonna kind of roll the lime around a little bit under pressure, and that's going to help get some of that juice out a little bit easier. I wasn't super impressed by the limes at the grocery store, so I got a few just in case I needed the juice of 2 limes. All right, I'll pour that in. That was about maybe 1.5 tablespoons. Then to that, I'm just going to add in about 1/8 to 1/4 of a cup of chopped cilantro. Chop this up pretty fine so it mixes in well. If you're not a fan of cilantro, if you're one of those people that thinks it tastes like soap, you can definitely leave this out. I happen to love it. Just add that right into the dip. And then the last little bit of chopping, optional if you want it to be spicy, and of course I do, that is going to be some jalapeno. So I'll go ahead and chop this one up. If you want to add a little spice, but maybe not too much, you can take the seeds out of yours, but I'm going to leave them in. And then I am going to slice up a second one just for some garnish at the end. And then the last thing to add to this is 1 to 2 teaspoons of tajin. You can do this to taste. I was at Trader Joe's, so this is their version of tajin. It's not the exact same thing, but it's gonna be close enough for this. So I'll add in about 1½ teaspoons, and then we can give this a try and see if we need to add a little bit more. All right, so give this a nice mix. Already looks super good. I did save the cottage cheese container so we can put it back in here to serve it up. So I'm just gonna scoop it back in. Just garnish that with a few of my jalapeno slices, a little bit more cilantro, and another shake of tajin. And I think we are ready to give this a try. It is looking fantastic. I can't wait to try this. All right, I have my chips, so let's give this a try. I think this is going to be fantastic. I mean, it really is impossible for it not to be. It's a pretty good combination of ingredients here. I'm going to get a nice scoop of everything here. There's a little close-up look of that dip. Looking good. Let's see. This is awesome, really good. I added a little extra corn compared to the suggested half cup amount, and I would say that was a good call. I don't think you'd have too much corn in this. This is really good. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post. As always, you can find the full recipe to this down in the description box below, along with a link to the original creator's social media handle. Feel free to stick around and check out a few more cottage cheese videos by clicking the playlist off to the side. Hope to see you back here next time.